All right, we are back at the weather, not the weather booth. Where are we? The weather kitchen? We're going to cook up storms? This is a weather booth exclusive map discussion. So, on my screen right now, we have what's currently happening right now at the time of this recording, which is Saturday, the 27th at noon. So, this is what the weather map looks like around the time of this recording. And what we see is green is rain, blue is snow, pink is a mix of rain of some sort. I believe it's freezing rain. Yes, pink is freezing rain. So there's a storm system that's been affecting the area, and this should move out of the area into tonight. We can use this wind layer right here. And these icons that appear on the screen are called wind bars, and we can see a lot of them are facing north. So these lower level winds are moving the storm northeastward. They're also moving temperatures, warmer temperatures northward. So we can notice that this morning the rain snow line was near Poughkeepsie, but these southerly winds have pushed this rain snow line very far northward, and we can see by around noon or 1 o'clock, this snow line is up into New Hampshire and Maine and Canada. So we're seeing a lot of warmer temperatures into the area. Um, Warmer temperatures in the form of around the mid 30s. Let me get this layer up. So we are seeing these light green layer is in the 30s, and once you get into the dark green, that is when you start getting into the 40s. And we can see Albany is almost even into the 40s. It's 1 o'clock today. So as we get into the day, these temperatures will warm up a little bit before cooling down tonight. Should be around freezing.
So,
And the
Chris,
storm system,
I have this question about tonight. Sorry to interject.
sure.
I have this late winter hobby of mine where I like to sleep out under the stars and fall asleep to the feeling of my limbs succumbing to frostbite. Should I expect there to be any precipitation tonight so I can partake in this hobby?
Oh, that's a good question. Let me go into the precipitation real quick. Give me 2 seconds. So this is noon today, and so we should see this storm system moving out by late this afternoon. Um, there still be some terrain-induced precipitation. If you're going to stay in the valley in Albany, it should be relatively dry. Most of the precipitation is being forced out of the clouds by the mountains. So, in terms of cloud cover, I'm not sure how many clouds you're going to see. It
Mm,
doesn't look like there will be too much clearing tonight because the temperatures won't be getting too cold. It might barely just touch freezing. So, if you're looking for frostbite, you might have to sleep barefoot.
okay, I'll be sure to forget my socks, but bring just my sleeping bag.
Absolutely. So I'll look into the precipitation map for the future. So right now we're looking at 7 o'clock tonight. And so it should be relatively dry as we go through the night, although we see that there is another approaching storm system from the south. And so as we get into 7 o'clock Sunday morning, we can see that some of this precipitation has reached areas in Pennsylvania. And so it looks like this storm won't be affecting New York too much. It looks like it's going this, some of it will split southward into New Jersey, some of it will split north into Lake Ontario. And we can also see there might be some terrain induced precipitation into the Adirondacks and Catskills. It looks like Albany may catch a little bit of rain but I think it's going to stay relatively dry because the mountains are going to take away the precipitation from the valley here. So it looks like it's if you're in a higher terrain area, be a little weary of some ice. It could be cold enough for some ice, but it looks like Albany itself is going to stay relatively dry for the duration of this event. You might see some light sprinkle, um, that kind of precipitation. Classic Albany day, right?
Totally, man. Totally.
So let's take a look at the temperatures for this day. So let me get rid of the precipitation and I'm going to put on the surface temperatures. And so let me scroll back to, let's scroll back to 7 a.m. So right now, it looks like Albany will be flirting with around freezing temperatures as we start the day off. And it looks like, once again, we can see this warm air is moving northward as the day goes on, almost even into Pennsylvania, actually, as the day goes on. So this is around 7 o'clock p.m. on Sunday evening. And it looks like we're going to stay into the mid 30s. This map is a little messy, but if you look closely, you can see Albany is at 36 degrees at around 7 o'clock tomorrow evening, Sunday evening. So it looks like the precipitation is going to move in Sunday evening and throughout the night, although it looks like it's going to stay dry in Albany. And it looks like it's also going to stay above freezing, at least in the valley. In the mountains, it might stay below freezing. This also looks like a cold front, so we could see the potential for some cold air moving in. So I'm going to turn on the surface plots again. Just to see, Albany is still at 36 degrees. And as we go through the day on Monday, we can see it's still going to be in the mid 30s in the valley. So it looks like it's going to be one of those forecasts where it's just slightly too warm for snow to form. But bring your umbrellas because it might be a little dreary. You might drive in some rainy weather if you're going out to wherever. So yeah, that has been the Chris Genz exclusive weather booth forecast.
Sounds good, Chris.